Wow! Hey, welcome back to my channel. Fancy meeting you here. See what I did there? So today on Jill's Makeup Fancy, we are going to talk about products that I regret buying. And you would think that with all the makeup that I do buy, I would, hate a bigger percentage of products. But that being said, I do like to research products, but that being said, also, I do buy a lot of stupid products that I shouldn't without researching them. What are those called? Impulse purchase! Yes! So yeah, mommy brain is still here, so whatever. If you hear crying or sound or something in the background, you know who it is. So enough yakking from me, let's just get into this, shall we? First up, I want to talk about a product that I don't actually have here because I took it back. And that is and nobody get mad at me because I know a lot of you bitches love this foundation and I tried to love it. I tried. It is the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. I hated it. Probably one of the worst foundations I've ever put on my skin. It stuck to every dry patch I ever had, and I'm pretty sure it like made its own dry patches that I didn't even know existed on my face. If you don't believe me, go to my Get Ready With Me fail video and you will see the horrendous awfulness that foundation did to my face. I have really dry skin, super dry skin, like crazy dry skin. If you're familiar with my channel, you already know this. So that foundation and I did not get along. I was really sad because everybody seems to love it. So that was a total bummer for me. Next up we have the Avene Hydrating Skin Tone Perfector. Now, I actually really love the formula of this. It's an amazing BB cream, whatever you want to call it. The formula is amazing, but it's the shade. It's another one of those, oh, it matches everybody. Yeah. Bullshit, it matches everybody. I don't know why these makeup companies think that we are all walking around. Can I help you, ma'am? So, I don't know why they think we're all walking around like a bunch of Oompa Loompas, because we're not. I don't know anybody that's this freaking shade color. What? Sorry. These make me mad because I've tried so many of these stupid things and hopefully I've learned my lesson by now because, I tried to work with this. There was just, it was just not going to happen. It makes you look like a pumpkin, but the formula is so freaking good. It says for dry to very dry sensitive skin. So it's made for dry sensitive skin. It's made for me, and the formula makes my skin look really nice, flawless, but orange. I've tried to make it work 1,007,000 times and it just never has. Another foundation that I have, I actually don't think they make these anymore, which is probably a good thing. So this is the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam Foundation, I guess. Air Infused Foundation. Nude Perfect Finish. It's one of these guys. So you feel like you're, putting a spray can on your face. This stuff reminds me of mousse. Do you guys remember mousse? Does anybody use mousse in their hair anymore? Do you want to put this all over your face? Okay, I'm just gonna Okay, so it basically buffs out super streaky. I don't know if I can get it on camera. Yeah, doesn't focus that well, Jill. You don't know how to focus. Let's see if I can. You guys see how streaky it is? Basically, it's super, super streaky. It's like impossible to not be streaky. It has like weird little puff particles that fall off. It does smell like sunscreen though, which I actually kind of like, so it's got that going for it, but that's about it. And what I was thinking, oh wait, this one still has the plastic on. I think I tried this one and was like, So this one still has the package on. That's how much I like this foundation. But I gotta go wash this shit off now. Okay, and then I have one more foundation to talk about, and then I'm done hating on all the foundations of the world. So the bra problems. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. The last foundation I have is Discover Effects. And I had such high hopes for this because I like their foundation that comes in little squeezy tube. That one's very good. This is their Total Cover Cream Foundation. I really don't think they should call this a cream. Oh, there's a puff in here. I didn't even know that. Anyway, Total Cover Cream Foundation. First off, this stuff is like, to get anything out of here, you really gotta work. It takes a lot to get that off, and it's very dry, and it's not easy to blend at all. Like, you put it on your face and you're sitting there with like one swipe, you're like, okay, 20 minutes, maybe I'll have my chin rubbed in. Like, it takes forever. And I don't know, it flashes back really, really bad on camera, which isn't something that I would hate a foundation for. I just would note that if I was gonna wear it out somewhere, or maybe not wear it where you know you're gonna get taken pictures of. That's something that, you know, whatever. But I don't know if you can see, but when you're using it, everything, it's so weird. Like, I used a brand new beauty blender in here, and because it is so dry and so tough, it took like little pieces of the beauty blender off and it got stuck in here. And I was like, well, what the fuck, how am I gonna get that out? So I was like trying to like get all these pieces of beauty blender out of it so that I didn't have like little weird pieces of beauty blender stuck in my makeup. Like, it was ridiculous. When you buy a foundation and it's as expensive as Cover FX foundations are, I have a Flower Beauty foundation that comes in a pan. It's not a circular pan, but it's the same sort of thing. And it is 1,000 times better than this. And it cost me like 12 bucks. This was in like the $40 to $50 range, and it's horrible. The other thing too, it sinks into every single fine line. It does have a lot of coverage, but I honestly think it's just because you have to put so much on, and you end up looking like you're wearing a really cheap rubber mask. It's just not pretty. I do not recommend it, and it was just a really big letdown for me. See you later, foundation. Next up, I'm really sad about this. I'm sad about all of these, but this one I was like, damn, I had such high hopes. So recently I did an order from Glamour Dolls. They are 100% an indie brand. They have an Instagram account, and their makeup is really, really inexpensive. It's very affordable. Like, this was like $1, I think. And basically this is their Kitty Kisses tinted lip balm, but I got it in the, like, just the clear shade, because I was thinking, well, maybe this would be good before liquid lipstick. And this is actually, I'm pretty sure what it said on their website, like, it's really good underneath other lip products. It's not a bad lip balm, and it is okay underneath lip products. But if you taste this, and you will, Because if you put a lip balm on, some is gonna get into your mouth and you will taste it. That is just the reality of putting shit on your lips. This tasted so bad that I literally had to brush my teeth and then eat like a banana, and I just had to stuff food in my mouth to get the taste away. It was like, it's the worst chemical shit taste I have ever tasted. I mean, it was, again, like I said, it was only $1, so I'm not that mad about it, but the taste is so bad. I would never suggest buying this because of how it tastes. The one thing that it is useful for, it looks cute in pictures, and that's it. So, I mean, it's not a total loss. I can use it, but then I'm kind of like, should I put it in a picture? Because then that's me promoting it, and I don't want people to buy this because it's vile. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of that. If you should put something in a picture because it's cute even though you don't like it. Should you mention that you don't like it? What's the protocol of that? Anyway, okay. Next up we have the Maybelline Brights. Okay, so I have the nude one, and I also have the blushed one. And I actually don't mind those two, they're okay. I don't have any of the other ones, I just have these 3. I have tried with this thing, okay? You can see it's pretty used, like I've given it a chance. If you want these colors to look like they do in the pan on your eyes, it's just not gonna happen. They are they look nice when you swatch it, and then it's just so, that blue one wasn't maybe the best one, because that one's probably the most pigmented one, but they just, I don't know, you put them on and they end up just wiping away like to nothing, and they're really powdery. They don't stay on your eyes very well. I find that I was just really disappointed in this one. I feel like the formula of this one was a lot different than the nudes and the blushed ones. I don't know what it was. It just didn't do anything for me. I don't know. I just felt like it was really patchy, chalky, just not. I'm honestly just gonna give this to my daughter for play. Okay. Next up is a foundation and concealer 10 color palette. This is from BH Cosmetics. I don't know why I bought this in the first place. I think it was like 10 bucks. I don't know. Ugh, really inexpensive. I was actually going to give it to my friend Amanda, who does freelance makeup work for like weddings, all that different kind of stuff. Because I thought, you know what, maybe this would be okay, because then you don't have to buy a million different foundations. You can have one handy dandy little palette and be done with it. But I was like, maybe I should just give it a really quick shot. I let her know, I was like, I'm just gonna try this and see how it is. Oh my god. I wouldn't recommend using this in like a pro kit. Unless maybe you were going to do some like touch-up work, really simple stuff like that, like carving on a brow, you know, doing stuff with your lips, really simple stuff like that you could use basically anything. But if you're gonna use this all over your face, it's gonna look like shit. It's just really low quality. It's really hard to blend out, really hard to work with. You don't get a lot of product. Like I did. After I figured out how shitty this was, I ended up doing my daughter's makeup for Halloween last year, and I had never used this shade, and she's got a pretty small face, and I just did a thin layer, and I've pretty much almost hit pan on it, so you're not getting a lot of product. Of course, you're not spending a lot of money, but still. The packaging is okay. It's not super bulky. You know, it's nothing special, but there isn't a mirror if you're looking for a mirror. The shades are okay. But I mean, if you have a pro palette, you're still gonna need shades that are darker than this, because this is not gonna cover everybody. I just wasn't impressed with it. The quality just wasn't there. It was really dry. It really tugged on my skin. It does nothing. You look very, very flat if you try to wear this. And if you use it underneath your eyes, it does say foundation and concealer. As soon as you put it underneath your eyes, it creased so bad. I was like, ah, I've gone from 30 to 80. Oh my God. Literally. Next up, this is the Smashbox Brow Tech Gloss Stick. I don't know where the cover is because Elliot lost it somewhere. So, this is the Brow Tech Gloss Stick. Again, if you want to see this in action and how poopy it is in my Fail Get Ready With Me. It's also in the shade Taupe. I think I grabbed the wrong one, but still, it doesn't matter. It's not about the color. They did it as a gloss because they wanted it to be more glossy because your hair has a gloss. Like when you swatch it, it's very, very creamy, very glossy. But it just makes your eyebrows look really strange. It's not good. It's really hard because it's like a really, like, it's not a fine point, you know what I mean? Like that's your line. It's really hard to get a precise brow. And it ends up looking really patchy and kind of greasy looking, and it's just not good. I don't recommend this at all. And it is not cheap. Their brow pencils are like $30-something, so I was really disappointed in this. I thought, the way that they look, I think if you had really, really big natural brows that, you know, they were basically, you didn't really need to do anything except maybe add just a little bit in there, this might work for you. But for the rest of us who might have plucked too much at some point in the past, this will not work for you. Don't do it. Next up, this one hurts my heart a lot. This is Opal. No, not from Becca, from Stila. This is Opal from Stila. This is one of their jewel eyeshadows, which they discontinued every single jewel eyeshadow except for Kitten. Wow, all the products here I have are discontinued. There you go. Most of them. Anyway, I thought this was gonna be like a nice white sheeny kind of shadow. No. When you swatch it on your finger, it looks promising, but then when you put it on, it ends up coming off, none of that white shows up at all, and it just ends up being a lot of weird glitter. And the fallout on this bad boy is so bad. Like, I looked like a unicorn and a fairy had farted in my face, and I was like, great, this is awesome. Because it basically sticks to the rest of your makeup and it's basically screwed, and you pretty much just have to take everything off and start again. And we all know how fun that is when you've been spending an hour on your makeup and then you put this shit on your eyes and it looks like a fairy farted on you and it sucks. These were not cheap either. Stila also tests on animals, so it's another thing that kind of sucks about Stila. But this isn't about Stila. I do actually like their brand. They have very good products. This just was not one of them. If anybody else has had this problem with this guy, just let me know, because I'm like, am I using it wrong? Was this the way it was supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? I did try it with primer. I didn't just like willy-nilly fly it on my eyes. I tried it with primer and it sucked with primer too, so. Okay, we got 3 products left and then we are done like dinner. Next up, this is from Benefit and it's their Real Push-Up Liner. This thing, you know, it was gonna be this big, transformative, you'll never think of eyeliner again. If this was as good as they said it was gonna be, how come no one's talking about it now? Anybody? Yeah, that's right. So now, I do know that some people like it, and I did try it. I tried with this bitch, but I am not good at eyeliner. to try and work this fandangled thing. So if you don't know, basically it is a gel liner in a pen form. So they have this brand new, you know, rubbery tip that is supposed to conform to your eye and just magically, you know, shit a perfect wing on your eyelid somehow. So you click up the product, you're not supposed to get very much in there, and then, you know, oh, is it already dried out? Sweet.
I mean, I didn't get yet. That was entertaining. Hello? Are there any products? I didn't use it, but where the fuck did it go? Oh, I think that's in there. Yeah, okay.
So, and then you just, yeah. That looks so good, you guys. Oh my god. First of all, that was kind of patchy. But, you know, if I could make this work for real, when I actually saw it with, like, you know, professionals using it on the models, see, this was the other thing that happened. It would pill up like that, and then you, like, try and get it off, and it's like, oh, great, you got some big-ass chunk of Anyway, when I would see professionals use this on the model, the finished, this looks so good because it dries down that really nice matte black finish, and it looked gorgeous. But I don't have that kind of talent. And on me, it looked like I had gotten to a fight with Rocky in Rocky 7 and lost. Like, I mean, no, just no. And this, again, not cheap. It's like a $30 eyeliner, and it's like, why? 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 If you like this, if you have this and you use it all the time, let me know, because maybe I'm not doing something right. I don't know. I've watched a million tutorials on how to use it. I've tried, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, ugh, whatever. I wish I hadn't have bought you. You pissed me off. I feel like the girl totally duped me because I was like, look, I'm not good at eyeliner, and she was like, oh, you know what? I got that thing for you, girl. This will basically just draw itself, okay? Okay, you understand? It will draw itself. And I was like, all right, cool. Does it come with like a person? What's happening here? She lied. She lied. This is the Sheer Envy Primer Color Correcting Balances Skin Tone Color Correcting Primer by Hard Candy. Now, if you're wondering why I have this itty bitty little guy, they had this thing at Walmart like a long time ago where they had these, all the different primers for like $1. So I grabbed all the ones I didn't have so I could try them, and it was really great. And so I'm really happy because I only spent $1 on this. I really like green correcting primers because I do have really serious redness going on. If you've watched any of my videos where I don't have makeup on, you know. So I thought, oh, this one might be really good, and it's really inexpensive, so I'm pretty excited. It feels like the super silicone-y, God. It's like the super silicone-y feeling primer where I like the feeling of those, just so you know, but this thing does not, when you try and rub it in, so you know when you rub this in, it basically completely pills up and it looks horrible. So you try and rub it in, and it just completely pills up and it will not blend out smoothly. The green correcting is okay, but honestly, I've never been able to test the green corrector out or the wear time because it is almost impossible to rub in. It is the weirdest primer I've ever come across, and I do not recommend it at all. Last product, and it's a skincare product. And it's from Lush Cosmetics. Now, I'm not a huge Lush Cosmetics person. Everybody else seems to be all Lush bath bombs and lighting candles and, you know, singing Kumbaya in a circle. I'm not about that. I mean, I'm all for Kumbaya, believe me. But I went in there, and this is when I was having some huge problems with my skin. I'm still having problems with my skin, but it is like 1,000 times better than it was when I went in there. And I said, look, my skin is so crazy. I thought I would like to try some of your products and see if something works. And she's like, oh, okay, I have the best moisturizer for you. And I was like, oh, sweet. I was like, I don't want a fucking bar of soap. What are you doing? I said, go get me a moisturizer. No, this is a moisturizer. No, this is a bar of soap. She's like, no, you just take it on at night and just rub it on your face. Do you know how annoying it is to try and rub a bar of soap moisturizer on your face? This did not work. It was horrible. It actually made my skin worse than it was. And it's just so weird. What? I cannot wrap my head around the bar of soap moisturizer. Don't recommend it. Maybe if you have like normal skin and you don't need a heavy duty moisturizer, that's fine. So, ladies and gentlemen of the internets, that is it. Those are all the products that I have been not liking lately. If you have any of these products and you like them, let me know about it. Let me know how you use it. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. May the force be with you.